60% of new leaders fail in their first 2 years. And the reason why I know this is because I was one of them. Fresh out of the military, former United States Army Sergeant, the ink was not even dry on my DD-214 when I got an offer from a company to go into middle management. I was so excited. I was energetic, I was hard charging, and I knew I was in charge. I told my team, get it done, do it now, put it over there, move it, go, go, go. Y'all know I got fired from that job. I was the absolute worst manager. I didn't get fired because I missed metrics, because I didn't. I didn't get fired because of slow sales. I got fired because there were blind spots in my personality that distorted my vision and my leadership capability. Today, I work with new and emerging leaders. I do this with a framework that I created called the Foresights of Visionary Leadership: Hindsight, Insight, Oversight, and Foresight. I was going to call it How to Fix Your Personality Before You Crash Into a Professional Wall, but I think the latter is appropriate. These foresights are designed to help new and emerging leaders balance themselves between their professional realm and their personal realm. You see, leadership is not about barking orders. It is about compassion, love, strength, and service. So let's look at hindsight. Hindsight is the ability to learn from your past. When you are operating in hindsight, your biggest skill is reflection. Reflective leaders know that the lessons from the past serve their current and future leadership capacity. I had to get reflective. I realized I didn't listen to anyone. I did not build relationships. And I had the emotional capacity of a toddler. No offense to toddlers. I had messed up royally. And with hindsight being 2020, it is best to learn from the past. So you want to use hindsight to know the roads you've been on and to know the lessons that you have learned. If you are new to leadership, some of the things you need to know is, how did I handle conflict in the past? What are some things I did in the past when I was challenged? How can I learn from the mistakes I made in my personality? When a leader can use hindsight to learn, they are ready to move to the next step of being a visionary. If hindsight is like the rear view mirror of your car, then insight is like the MRI of your soul. Insight is about looking within, knowing who you are and being self-aware. Insight is about your ability to ask yourself these questions. Who am I? How do I like to work? Who do I want to be? What do I want to be known for? What are my difficulties? What are my triggers? Do I really want to work here? Those are some of the things that insightful leaders need to ask. An example of an insightful leader is Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft. He took reign in 2014. Microsoft had a stagnant culture, and they were losing their relevance in the tech space. Satya Nadella decided he had to do something, but he didn't know what. This introspective leader is a father of a son with cerebral palsy. In an interview, Satya Nadella confessed to an interviewer that while caring for his son, he realized as a father, he lacked empathy. And he knew that that spilled over to his leadership in Microsoft. So Satya Nadella changed the culture of Microsoft. He changed it from a know-it-all culture to a let's learn everything environment. Satya Nadella changed policies where team members can now build empathy and patience and kindness and love and collaboration. Y'all know all the stuff they give us in the soft skills kit? This introspective leader went within first so that he could change without later. And as a result, Microsoft was $300 billion market share, and they rose to $2 trillion in just a few years. So it is important for you as a new leader to be self-aware. So now that we've dealt with your personal side, let's deal with the professional side. Looking at oversight. Oversight is your ability to manage people, processes, and position yourself as a visionary leader. When you are operating in oversight, your main focus is supervision. Now, by this time I had learned my lesson in leadership. I was promoted to a director of education at a technical college. This time, I did not go in as an overbearing micromanager. This time, I went in with an open ear, an open heart, and an open door. I went on a listening tour. I talked to all of my team and my instructors to find out what was their concerns, what was on their mind, and how could I support them. Come find out, they absolutely hated micromanagers. And I learned a valuable lesson, to listen to your people. And because of that, I promoted 4 of my instructors to department heads. Why? Because they were the subject matter experts, not me. And it also freed me up to manage the academic department because I knew I had put gas in the tank of the energy bus. When you are a new leader, it is your responsibility to manage the energy of the people on your team. Empower them so that they can show you what they're fully capable of. Move the things out of the way so that they can thrive and your organization can be a success. And then lastly, we have foresight. Foresight is about predicting the future. Let's put our binoculars on so we can see the impossible. Foresight is a leader's ability to monitor trends and consumer behavior. One of the best leaders to do this is Howard Schultz, former CEO of Starbucks. Howard Schultz knew that people wanted sustainability and they wanted convenience with their $9 lattes. Howard Schultz began to research what was going on outside of his industry. Who was doing what in teams and technology and tools. Because Howard Schultz was such an innovative leader, he was able to predict trends long before most corporations. Because Howard Schultz was so into his foresight and he was able to predict the trends, Starbucks was one of the first companies to come up with the mobile app. I know you all love that mobile app, don't you? As a leader and a new leader, it is your responsibility to monitor the political landscape, the economic landscape, the social landscape, and social media. Now, I'm not gonna have you dancing on TikTok, but what I am suggesting is that you pay attention to social media so that you know who's influencing your team. Who is your team listening to? Who are they talking to? What are they reading? You have an opportunity as a new leader to carve out your leadership brand as the prophet of your organization. And how do you do that? By monitoring the industry trends that will help your industry see profit over profit over profit. Y'all see what I did there, right? Whether you are a parent, a pastor, a politician, or a potentate, everyone can benefit from being a visionary leader. It is your responsibility as a new leader to deal with your personal and your professional so that you do not mess up power. So I tell you now, if you want to be a dynamic, visionary leader, look back, look within, look around you, and then look forward. Thank you.